Mayor Marasco says the Lewes Fire Department should consider rewriting their bylaws to prevent future problems. Good evening. I'm Christina DeRobertis.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis.
Our top story tonight, Lewes Mayor Amy Marasco says hate has no home in the city, but says she's hopeful about new fire department leadership. This after embattled former Lewes Fire Chief Bill Buckaloo is back as a member, not as chief, but as a member of the department. And Coast TV reporter Emma Aiken joins us live now in Lewes. Emma, the mayor says the personal action of Buckaloo is separate from the fire department as a whole.
Christina, Lewes Mayor Amy Marasco says at no time was the Lewes community impacted in terms of fighting fires or saving lives. Marasco says public service continues and was never at risk. At the same time, Marasco says there is no tolerance for discrimination in Lewes.
Lewes Mayor Amy Marasco says she doesn't know how the Lewes Fire Department is handling things internally, but is continuing her conversations with current leadership.
You have to self-govern. If you have situations that are absolutely not inclusive, there is no tolerance for hate or discrimination in our community. So when you do see it, you have to act upon it. And that's what I believe the president and the new chief have done.
We asked the mayor this.
What would you say to community members who might just be confused and frustrated by kind of all of this?
What I would say is they have to follow their own bylaws. But if their bylaws are not responsive to the need, then I would encourage them to review their bylaws and go into the bylaws and see where they have to fix things. We have to follow process as public leaders, but if we find that our processes and procedures are not nimble enough to address a critical issue, then it behooves us to go back in and rewrite bylaws. But that is their responsibility.
Marasco tells Coast TV between the city and the Board of Public Works, they give about $100,000 to the Lewes Fire Department annually. She says there's no plans to change that number.
We still have a responsibility to help fund, and I think community members also want us to fund. I would separate one individual from the need of the entire area. So I wouldn't be making my finance decisions related to that. Again, it's the finance committee that will recommend to council. But our finance decision is about public safety for the entire community.
Mayor Marasco says outside organizations should hold the fire department accountable, but it's up to the fire department on the inside to do its own governance.
We did reach out to former Fire Chief Bill Buckaloo and President Wally Evans again today, and we did not hear back. Reporting live here at the Lewes Fire Department, Emma Aiken, Coast TV News.
Thank you, Emma. And all this comes after Buckaloo had multiple controversies during his time at the department. Bill Buckaloo was serving his 5th term as fire chief at the time of his suspension. But back in 2018, Buckaloo was arrested by Lewes police for disorderly conduct after urinating off a dock. And in 2020, while serving as assistant chief, Buckaloo was suspended for a Facebook post that included a slur aimed at a drag performer following a show in Rehoboth Beach. That post was later deleted and Buckaloo issued a public apology. And following Buckaloo's suspension in July, the Lewes Fire Department held an election to pick a new fire chief, Robert Stevens, now currently serving that role as fire chief. Full disclosure here, the current fire chief, Robert Stevens, is the husband of Coast TV's assistant news director and anchor, Madeline Overturf.